Until next time, Southern Sassy. Hey.
Join us.
Hi, everyone, and welcome to
Southern Sassy.
And this is our wedding show coming up today, right?
Yes, ma'am.
As
We
you can-
are dressed and ready.
That's right. And these are our original wedding dresses, right?
Yep. Stay tuned.
Well, hi, everyone, and welcome to Southern Sassy
Wedding
Show.
shows.
And we're going to have a great time today, aren't we?
I know. We've both been married over 25 years. And
Yes.
so we have some pictures and some stories.
It's some champagne and some cake, and we are ready to roll with this.
This is
show.
Judy's original wedding cake topper from
30 years ago. This year, 30 years ago.
Did
Can
you have a
believe that?
chocolate cake like this, or
No.
was it
I think-
traditional white cake?
I think she had the chocolate cake.
for like the
but-
groom's cake?
Yeah. Did you?
Yeah,
Did you?
we had a red velvet for a groom's cake, and then we had it was just a traditional white tiered.
Okay.
And then I just had red roses, real flowers on it.
Yeah.
So I didn't have like a topper or anything.
Are we gonna? Hey, should we tell about the backdrop here? Our backdrop is our dresses.
Our original wedding dresses.
Yeah.
I know, it's kind of cool.
Is it
So
though?
we may have to put those on later.
Oh, we might. Oh, we
Now,
might.
tell me, how long did y'all date?
Almost 2 years.
So that was kind of a proper courtship.
Yeah,
That's what,
it was a proper courtship, and
I wonder if that's the norm, if people date longer than that now or shorter.
I don't know.
I always thought 2 years would be about right.
Yeah, yeah, but yeah. So it was great. How about you guys?
6 months.
6 months.
Yeah. We were older though.
Oh.
I was like 28, he was 31, so we'd already done school.
You had to hurry up and
career.
get it going, didn't you?
I know. It's like,
my.
ooh, I'm gonna be a really old maid if I don't chop, get. So, well, how did he propose? Tell me. I don't know this story.
I know. So we don't really share our stories
No.
together because
we share them with you guys.
Yeah, and that's the first time that she or I even hear each other's stories. So the proposal. Okay, so. We go down to Atlanta, and we're shopping and looking around, and I think he had an idea of what kind of, we had talked about marriage, but he hadn't really
Now, were y'all
proposed.
ring shopping or just general shopping?
Well, we were general shopping,
Oh,
but
okay.
then we went ring shopping. Okay,
Okay.
so I had an idea. He's like, "Oh, which kind of rings do you like?" And but he hadn't asked me the question, right?
Right.
So a couple weeks later, he still hadn't asked the question. So and I'm like, "Okay, was that ring for me or was that for somebody else? I mean, was I just picking out
You
his
went along to-
girlfriend's ring or what? So anyway, so when he asked me, I said, "Well, do you have the ring?" And he's like, "No, I don't have a ring yet." And I'm like, "Well, then come back when you have the ring."
You did not.
I did. I
Ooh.
honestly did.
Oh
Is that
my
bad
gosh,
or what?
That's terrible.
Hey,
Is
but
it
it's
the
a
same
true
ring?
story.
Is it this ring?
No, I had an. No,
You had to upgrade.
yeah, at 15 years. 15 years. I
Every
had an
15
upgrade.
years you get an upgrade?
Hey, that would
is
be.
that how it works?
That means this year would be an upgrade, wouldn't it? Oh my.
Or an addition. Maybe you can get like a ring guard or something.
I don't know.
You're welcome.
Yes, that's a great idea. I'm sure she'll love you for that. So, what about you guys? Tell me.
Not really. Like I said, we were older, and he was in school, and I was working, and we talked about it. And he's like, "Yeah." And I'm like, "Look, we talk about it so much because we only been dating about 6 months." I said, "When you get really serious, you're gonna have to get down on one knee and do the whole shebang." And he's like, "I'm not gonna do that." And we didn't.
You made him get on his knee.
Yeah.
Did you really?
We didn't have a ring. I didn't have an engagement ring.
Yeah, well, I didn't think
because he
about
was in
that,
school,
honestly.
and so we didn't want to have a ring or anything. And I said that was fine. Don't worry about it because we didn't have that. We didn't have any money for that
Yeah.
kind of stuff. And
But didn't you want the ring?
well, not really. I mean, I had a bunch of friends that got these really big, huge rings, and then they're getting divorced. 'Cause-
yeah,
So
that's
I'm
true.
like, the ring really didn't help them. I mean,
Yeah,
it'd be
yeah.
nice, but whatever.
Yeah.
I said, just wait.
Oh,
we'll
you
get
were-
married, have a couple
yeah.
kids, and then I'll get an engagement ring. And so,
You
on
make me feel
Year's,
bad.
New Year's Eve,
Aw.
I was sitting on the hearth at a fireplace for a New Year's Eve party, and at 11:58, he got down on one knee, and he said, "Since you're sitting down, I guess I can ask you to marry me." And then he waited till after midnight, and he goes, "All right, now this is the second year I'm asking you, will you marry me?"
Aw.
So now he can say, I've asked you for 2 years to marry me.
Really?
Yeah.
How sweet is that?
I know.
Wow.
So-
And we have some wedding pictures that we brought, and I have not seen your wedding pictures actually.
I know.
So-
We should have some champagne while we
Hey, let's start this.
What time
let's
of
start this
day?
wedding.
Yeah, what time of day did you get married?
11 a.m. How about you?
Ooh. We got married at 8 o'clock at night. I can do it. I got it.
Yeah.
We got South Georgia,
Up.
8 o'clock at
All
night.
right.
And it was outside.
Uh-huh.
Where did y'all get married?
We got married at the First Presbyterian Church here.
Oh, in
Yeah,
Dalton?
but that was when it was the annex building, you know.
What's the annex
well,
building?
it's a courthouse annex building now.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, we got married there,
Uh-huh.
and then we had our reception at the country club. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That was nice.
Well, we got married in my mother's backyard. So it was extremely hot in South Georgia. And my dress was long sleeves.
In South Georgia,
In
that
South
had to
Georgia.
be hot.
And my daddy's like, really? I got to wear a tux. It's 150 million degrees. But it was nice, you know, and it was really pretty. And our ceremony lasted 4.5 minutes.
Who was counting?
My
4.5?
husband. Yep, 4.5 minutes. And then we had the reception was in my mom's yard, like on the back patio, and it went for 2.5 hours.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
So where'd y'all go for your honeymoon?
Hawaii. Hawaii.
We went to Valdosta, Georgia.
Oh,
And we
that's
stayed on
nice.
the interstate in a hotel with some of our best friends in the room next to us.
Aw,
And then we
that's
got up the
sweet.
next day, drove back up here and went to work.
Aw.
I know.
So you know what we saw in Hawaii, which was my first trip to Hawaii, and also SG's. But guess who we got to meet?
Who?
Do you remember? No, you're probably too young. Don Ho.
Tiny Bubbles, man.
I've got Tiny
Tiny
Bubbles.
Bubbles.
Yes, I should have brought that picture.
Really?
Tiny Bubbles. Yes,
I
it
remember
was.
Don Ho.
Mhm.
My dad had a ukulele because they had gone
Oh, I
over
love
there for
ukuleles.
some conference or something, and they brought a ukulele back. And he used to sing Tiny Bubble because he thought he was Tiny Tim. That was like his thing. Tiny Bubbles.
In the sand.
And y'all even saw a celebrity on your honeymoon.
Yes, we did.
Very
and years
impressive.
later, I went back and did a show for Lifestyles for Women
Mm-hmm.
and met his daughter. Yep, she looked just like him too. That's another story. That's another.
Well, we didn't
that's
see
a
anybody
film.
famous in Valdosta.
Yeah.
All right, y'all
Oh, well.
stay with us. We're going to be back in just a little bit and with our Tiny Bubbles.
Tiny Bubbles.
Welcome back to Southern Sassy. This is our wedding show.
Yes,
and we were
yes.
talking about when and where we got married. Did you send invitations or did you do the old school thing and put it in the paper and invite the whole town?
No.
No? Y'all didn't do that?
No, I didn't put it in the
Oh, that
paper
was
and
the
invite
thing to
everybody.
do.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I had invitations.
Did you?
No, yeah.
Were they, you know how nowadays they've got like all different colors and like I opened one the other day and sand fell out. It was like an
Oh,
event.
they have themes now.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to, well, we'll get to that, but it's
Yeah,
changed.
no. Yeah,
No,
like themes, like have you gotten a theme one?
Yeah, I get theme ones. But
Really?
yeah. But for ours, it was like really pretty, nice, ivory invitations. I think Davies did them for me.
Like
you remember?
script writing
yeah,
and stuff
it was
like
really
that.
nice. It was really nice. And then it went in the paper afterwards, you
Did
know,
it?
after the event. But
Yeah, you
anyway.
have to pay for that now. Used to that, I think they just did it,
Ooh.
but I think
I
you have
didn't
to
know
make an
that.
appointment and pay
Really?
to put it in.
Oh.
There's something about it, and you got to get it so many days ahead. And there's you know,
Oh.
when we did it, there was a description of the dress.
Oh, yeah,
And it was
yeah.
like this whole page thing.
Oh, yeah.
They don't do that anymore.
Right.
And I've
And
seen
we-
people actually send evites. Have you gotten an
Uh,
email
no,
invitation to a
I
wedding?
have not gotten evites.
Yeah,
Invites.
I've seen that. I know it's pretty common for parties, but weddings, I was a little surprised.
Yeah, I've never heard of one for a wedding,
Yeah.
really.
I don't know if it's just like for destination wedding, because that's the one I got, or for regular weddings. Now, what do you think about destination weddings?
I love them. In
If you
fact,
had to do it again,
yeah. Would
you
I
do
do
it?
one?
Yeah.
Well, we talked about it. We know when I was talking about going to Hawaii, we talked
Yeah.
about having it in Hawaii, but then we thought, oh, a lot of their friends couldn't, you know, that probably
But the
wouldn't
friends and
take.
all go now.
Yeah, I know, but I
Yeah.
mean, back then you didn't do that,
Yeah.
you know. But yeah, I mean,
But if you were getting married now,
would I?
in this day and age, would you do a destination wedding,
Yeah.
or would you still do a church wedding?
I probably would do a church wedding.
Really?
Yeah, I probably would. How about you?
Just old fashioned? I don't know. It'd be a toss up. Because, like I said, we got married in my mom's backyard. We didn't have any money.
You'd go to
do
Jamaica
it.
somewhere like that, wouldn't you?
I don't know.
Where would you go?
I really don't know.
Yeah,
I'm
but-
trying to encourage my daughter to do that. because I would love it.
A
It would
destination
actually
wedding?
be so much cheaper, I think.
You think?
I think.
Oh my, I don't know. I just
Well,
went
I
to
don't
one
know.
out of town and it was like,
Well,
woo.
really?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know if it's cheaper. But speaking of that, or less expensive, I won't say cheap.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, wedding cost has changed over. We
Yeah.
talked about that the other day. You did a little bit of research about that,
I
didn't
did.
you?
I know.
What-
We're
what's
going
the
to talk about that in the next segment. Just how it's rolled over and changed. And I watch Say Yes to the Dress Atlanta a lot, and just to watch those girls trying those dresses on and their
It's
budgets.
so much high stress now. It's just too much stress. I wouldn't want to
know.
go through it again. Would you?
One of the most stressful things, and this is sad, one of the ladies I play tennis with, her daughter was getting married, and she was stressing over her hashtag.
Really?
Yeah. Like you have to have like a hashtag, it's something really cute. Like some friends of ours got like hashtag Mary caught a little lamb, and her name is Mary, and his last name is Lamb.
Oh yes, I've seen some of that.
Yeah,
now. Yeah.
and they like to have a like a logo, a wedding logo, and they pay people to design them, and then it goes on. We had napkins that had our names and like the
Yeah,
date.
right.
Did y'all do stuff like
Yes,
that?
yes.
Well, they put the logo on the napkins, and then they put the logo on the favors, and then they put the logo on the plastic
And then you have to
cups.
have the sit-down dinner.
Well,
Yes.
only the rich people did that.
Well,
When we were,
yeah, right.
That's
But
why we got
now-
married so late, because at 8 o'clock we could just do like hors d'oeuvres, heavy hors d'oeuvres. Did y'all feed people lunch since y'all got married like at 11?
Yeah, actually we had heavy hors d'oeuvres, which was great.
But it wasn't like a sit-down lunch or anything?
No, the club did a great job. In fact, you know what we did? We had just a small wedding at 11 a.m., and then we had another invitation that we sent out for the reception. Have you ever heard of that? So there were people that actually came to the reception that were not at the wedding.
Yep.
But
I've
they
heard of people
understood
like
that.
going on a cruise and getting married
Yeah.
and then coming home and having a big party.
Yeah.
And just like the really closest friends maybe
Right,
went to the
right,
ceremony.
Right. That's what
I
we
have
did.
heard of that.
Yeah.
I have heard of that.
And it was really cool. It was really neat because,
That's where
we
you
just had a
see everybody
small-
anyway, isn't it? Is it the party or the
Yeah.
reception?
Yeah, really and truly. And people loved that because, they didn't have to get up at like 9 o'clock on Saturday morning and get dressed for a wedding.
Right.
11 a.m. was really an early wedding. And the reason we had to do that is because there was other weddings booked that afternoon. So when she finally proposed to me, like, he didn't give me any time to plan it. I mean, he's like, gotta go get it done. Gotta get it done before the end of the year. It'll be December pretty soon, and we got married in November. Like what's the rush?
Now, did y'all do all your pictures?
I figured it out, but he says that's not true.
Did y'all do all your pictures before? A lot of people do all their pictures before so they can go straight to the reception, or did you do some before, some after, or
you
did
know
y'all see
what?
each other before?
You know what? We saved them all at the end, which is very unusual now. They don't do that.
yeah.
But no, he didn't see me till I walked down the aisle.
Really?
How about you?
We did the same thing. We did them all at the end.
At the end?
Yeah.
And I think that was good that from 11 to 1, we had that time frame before we went to the club.
That's true. Before,
So, yeah.
Well, we had it all right there at Mom's house.
Yeah.
And so when he got there late, and I was in like the back of the room, so back of the house, so he couldn't see me. She lives on like a one level.
Yeah.
And so he was in the front of the house. Well, he had not shaved or anything when he got there. And so he was going to shave. There was like a front utility bathroom, but the plumbing was messed up, so my dad had all the water turned off. He had to shave out of the toilet.
No!
Yes, I know. With a little hand
my.
mirror. My mom got a hand mirror. So he's like shaving
Shaved out of the toilet?
Yes, I know.
Oh my gosh.
I know. And then I had to kiss him during the ceremony.
Oh no, you did not.
I didn't know that at the time. I did not know that
It's a
at the
good thing
time.
you didn't.
I know. So
That's
I know.
That's bad.
I know. But he said he had a margarita and a blood pressure medicine and something else to calm him down because he was 31. He'd never, been married, and it was just like.
You're really nervous for
yeah.
him?
I guess it was just I was nervous too, but
Oh my.
I didn't realize guys got that nervous, but I guess they're just like girls. Were you nervous?
No, I think she was nervous because when when you kneel at the altar, and they had this song and the prayer, he had on the back of his shoes, "Help me."
That's pretty funny.
Help me. That's
So,
not true.
Did
I'm
you
just
have
kidding.
anything funny happen at the wedding, or was it just a perfect wedding day? Everything went
honestly,
perfect?
it was great. The only
Was
thing
it?
that happened at the reception, my nephew had a Brazilian nut at the club, and then they had to rush him to the emergency room. But yeah, he was allergic. He didn't know.
Then why? Oh, he didn't know. I was gonna say, why did he eat it?
No,
he didn't know he was allergic.
Yeah. So.
Oh, and he discovered that on your wedding day.
Yeah.
Well, that was nice.
Yeah. Well, he missed half the reception. So that happened.
That's
but other
funny.
than that, yeah. Well, Brandon tells me we have a break coming.
Oh, okay.
So
Can we put our wedding dresses on?
Oh, yeah. Let's
I tell you what, we'll come back in our wedding dresses. How about that?
Tiny
we'll see
bubbles.
who can zip it up and who can't.
Zip it up. Yeah. Okay.
Welcome back to Southern Sassy's wedding show. We have Miss Judy Elliott, straight out of 1988, modeling her original wedding dress, and believe it or not, folks, the original flowers, or like please tell me they weren't that dead.
This is so true. This is my original flowers. And I'm impressed that you and I can wear our wedding dresses, aren't you?
As long as we sit down with our backs to the back, yes, we look lovely.
It's straight from the front.
Now, what budget did you set for your wedding dress? What portion of it was the portion of your overall wedding? Do you know?
No.
Like in relation to things, was it like the most expensive thing? Do you remember?
It probably was half of the reception.
Oh, okay.
So that's about, wouldn't you think that's about right?
I guess.
I don't know.
My dress was half of the whole wedding. But like I said, we got married in Mama's backyard, so we didn't have a whole lot of frou-frou going on.
Right.
So I Googled 1930s, and I wanted to see, given inflation, the prices have been adjusted for inflation. So if you bought the same thing in 1930 versus, say, 2013, what the pricings would be. So what do you think? All right, here, I'm going to read this, and then I'm going to show you a couple because I was kind of...
Okay.
The groom's suit and the groom's tuxedo, how do you think the price on that has changed? Up or down?
The groom's tuxedo?
Yeah.
Oh, definitely up.
No. Back then, a nice suit was close to $500, and now it's like $240.
Are you serious?
So the price has come down.
But that has to be
that is our dollars today. What that suit would have cost back then.
Right.
They didn't actually spend $500.
Right.
So that was different. What do you think about the rings, the engagement ring?
I think they've gone up too.
Yeah, that's gone up. Yeah.
So I'd say the average wedding ring was what, $3,000 maybe? I don't know.
Yeah,
$3,000.
Right about it.
Probably
let me show you.
now.
I found this interesting. Talking about your original flowers in 1930s, people spent $285 on flowers and decoration.
My goodness.
And guess what they spent after that? Over $2,000 on flowers.
My goodness.
I know.
And now, have you got the research for today?
Yeah. Well, no, I was going to say, this is 2013 as far as I go. Now, this is the one that blew me up. You're talking about your big reception?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you spend $700 on your reception? This was in 1930.
No,
receptions.
it was more than that.
What do you think? Just ballpark it.
I'm
Thousands?
just going to say, no, I'd say 3,000.
3,000? Okay. In 2013, the average cost of a reception.
Oh my gosh.
$30,800. Why do you think that is?
I don't know. I think it's
it's
demand and supply because people are wanting that, and they're not, like, kids are just not sticking to budgets.
Well,
that's what I think.
I have shoulder pads. I'm not used to it. And I got married in 1991, and we still had shoulder pads. So, do you think it's because people are wanting like more alcohol? I mean, did y'all have any alcohol at your reception?
Wine.
Wine. Okay.
Only. Mm-hmm.
Do you think people are having we had beer in a tub, iced down beer, and I had a champagne fountain.
Oh,
it was so cool. And it was beautiful with pink champagne. It was beautiful.
I had a wine fountain.
Did you? Those were the
Yes.
coolest things
that
to me.
was. People would just go up and do whatever.
I think what happens is that all these TV shows are showing how elaborate these things are, and everybody's trying to outdo each other.
Yeah, I think so. I think the demand has gotten too way out there.
Yeah. I think television has been, and then internet. You can Google what everybody does, and they want to like do better than that person.
I mean, really, and it's over, like you said, in like an hour. Well, let's say the reception and everything. You're finished what, 3 hours?
Yeah.
Something like that.
But people go to church and go, did you go to Sarah's wedding or did you go to Barbara's wedding? Oh my gosh, the food was fabulous. So then the next person that has the wedding feels like their food has to be even more fabulous. So they'll talk about them at church.
Yeah. Hey, did you notice these glasses?
No.
These champagne glasses? Do you know these are my
Oh,
original
the bride.
glasses?
Are they really?
These are my originals.
Well, let's cut the cake.
Okay.
And we'll
All
have
right.
bride and groom drinks.
Now
You
this
ready?
is not my original cake, okay?
Well, I would not be surprised. Lord, you're a daggum hoarder. I think you kept everything. Who keeps?
Well, it was very special.
I would be curious to know. Y'all go on Facebook and let me know if anybody else has their original flowers from 30 years ago, because I think that's a little overkill. But I'm proud of you.
It was very special.
Would you like to bite a cake?
Well, let me. You hold that one. Let me get one.
I was gonna give it.
No,
you
go.
don't trust me to feed you?
Here.
You sure?
Here.
Oh, I gotta pick
Come.
my.
Try it. That's good, isn't it?
It's pretty good, actually.
That's good. Well, we hope you've enjoyed the wedding show.
So there's Sassy Weddings.
All right.
Call us. See you next time.